An unexpected gust of wind had sent boxes tumbling, spilling a cascade of colorful oranges and apples across the sidewalk. Without a second thought, he knelt, his tired limbs protesting as he began gathering the rolling fruit. He worked quickly and quietly, his hands moving with a purpose he hadn't felt all day, carefully placing each piece back into its container. The vendor, a woman with weary eyes and a kind face, watched him for a moment before joining in. When the last apple was secured, she stood up, wiped her hands on her apron, and selected the most perfect, gleaming red apple from the top of the pile. She offered it to him with a silent, grateful nod. It wasn't just food. It was an acknowledgement, a small bridge of connection in a day defined by disconnection. With the apple in his hand, a tangible symbol of unexpected grace, he sought refuge from the encroaching evening chill. He found it in the hallowed silence of a public library. The grand, quiet space was a world away from the chaos outside. He found an unoccupied chair in a secluded corner, the worn velvet a small but profound comfort. He didn't read. Instead, he simply sat, the apple untouched on the table before him, and let the day's events wash over him. The sting of hunger, the shame of his empty pockets, the sting of being invisible, it was all there. But now it was accompanied by the memory of the vendor's simple, powerful act of kindness. In the hushed stillness, surrounded by stories bound in paper and ink, he began to piece together his own narrative of the day, one not just of hardship, but of a shared, unspoken humanity. As true night fell, cloaking the city in a blanket of deep indigo, he found himself standing on a bridge, leaning against the cool iron railing. Below, the river was a dark, shimmering ribbon, reflecting the thousands of lights that glittered like fallen stars across the cityscape. The roaring traffic behind him had become a distant, almost soothing hum. He looked out at the sprawling metropolis, no longer a menacing beast, but a complex, breathing entity. He had survived the day, not through cunning or strength, but through a moment of shared humanity. The city had taken from him, but it had also given. He learned that survival wasn't just about finding food or shelter. It was about finding the small, bright sparks of kindness that illuminate the darkest paths, reminding you that even in a city of millions, you are not entirely alone.